Venture, as you know, is my main, and throughout the time I've spent with the hero so far, I've noticed a trend. Blizzard absolutely hates them. Venture has 3 total skins, was ignored in a season named after them, didn't get anything in a season that thematically fit them, and they didn't even bother to get a new screenshot for the Pride Month post this year. But past skins and cosmetics, what about balance? Well, it doesn't look much better either. Venture has had mainly nerfs, and they weren't even great to begin with. If you reverted all of their nerfs but kept all of the buffs, which mind you, most of the buffs are more so quality of life than anything, I still don't think they're that broken. It's worse when you compare them to other heroes. Why the hell does Widowmaker need better close range? Why the hell does Cassie need 275 HP? He has a cuck ability, a literal cuck ability that cucks you when you try to dive him. Whenever Venture kills someone, they may as well grab a megaphone and say, "I have now killed one of your precious supports. You are free to come punish my no cooldown, squishy HP pool, and large hitbox ass." At least from what I see, Venture's meant to be a character like Genji, Tracer, Reaper, or Sombra. Someone who can get in, drop a squishy, and get out. But when designing the hero, they forgot the get out part. Venture plays a lot like Chomper from Garden Warfare 2, where in which half their gameplay boils down to going in the ground, getting a kill, and then dying quickly after. If you don't believe me, let's go through a few of the games I played this week. In match 1, we were struggling to do much of anything for all point 1, but after that, we sat up in our gaming chairs and made sure we wouldn't fail past that point. I actually ended up securing the final fight with a low-time ult that got 2 kills. That was followed by dropping the Mei to a near-death state where she had to escape to Ice Block, which then let me completely focus on the Orisa. Now this is one of Venture's few strengths. They're high damage. They can deal lots of damage with a direct, 75 to be exact. It's simply really hard to hit that shot on anyone that isn't a tank. But oh boy, does it feel satisfying. That is what keeps people on this character. The direct hits are hard to hit but feel so good to get. In fact, after such a close yet satisfying game, I just had to take a sip. Oh fuck yeah. I'm sorry for forcing that clip in there, I just thought it was really funny. Game 2? Well, it wasn't recorded because my PC shit itself after the match. Long story short, we were doing good, enemy was doing a little bit better, our tank started to blame our supports, and we lost from there on. Also, quick little announcement, usually there's a moment of the video where I tell you to join my Discord server or watch my Twitch. For me that both links are in the description, and I might even tell you to subscribe because we'd like to hit 10k before the end of the year. But no, I will not be telling you those things I should totally do. Not today. Instead, I'd like to inform you about my new Patreon. By feeding money directly into my face, you'll get some exclusive rewards. I'd like to quickly say that I would not be offering any content that I wouldn't be offering otherwise. But what is that content? Well, right now I have a commentated version of 1 Year Adventure Episode 1. I'll be releasing these director's commentary tracks for episodes weekly. I'll be sharing editing tips and the like as I go along. You'll also earn an exclusive role on my Discord server, so if any of that interests you, you can pay as little as $5 a month to get access to weekly explanations of a bunch of things that go on into making these videos. Speaking of videos, let's get back to this one. Game 3, a Survivor game showing off Venture's major weakness. They get hard countered by any character with range. It's hard to get in without dying, but if you don't do that, you'll get killed anyways. So you have to go in, but they get healed and you lose. That's right, here it is, Venture's problem. They're clearly not a poke hero, but they can't do the same get in and get out moves as other heroes because they don't have the same HP pool or ability to escape. Something every other flank, dive, or whatever adjective you want to use to describe these heroes can do. Venture feels like they're missing part of their kit. Almost as if before release, something shit, it's season 9, isn't it? That's right, if you go back to the early preview of Venture from BlizzCon, they appear to do the same 75 direct damage. With these old health pools, Venture 2-shot Tracer and 3-shot the rest of the squishy cast. Venture was always designed with these breakpoints in mind. Look at the lost combos. A dash, primary, and melee kills at 200 HP. Meanwhile at 250, they survive without despair. Other things like burrow and dash kill alone. After an emerge, you only need 1 direct and splash to kill. Now you may say, oh, but Hanzo, they left him unable to headshot after the patch. Yeah. Then they reverted it. Some heroes were, and still are, broken thanks to this patch. You'll find that Junkrat suffers from the DPS passive. The new passive was made with the idea that it would give all DPS a great way to be more impactful for their team. In reality, it hard buffed anyone who can deal consistent damage, while sending any character who did big bursts of damage into a fucking incinerator. This is kind of baffling because I feel like fixing this is as simple as making it so that how long or how effective it is based on how much damage you do. So that way a Tracer hitting you from across the map doesn't make you take 20% reduced healing. We have genuinely never played a version of Venture that deserved to be nerfed. And yet, they were. Wanna know why? Yeah, that's the problem with a lot of heroes. The balancing team wants to make everyone happy, including the low-ranked players who were stuck there because they think Venture was at one point broken. They are not. Seriously, reading through old posts about them literally gives me this exact reaction. Like, high mobility? Have you seen a good Tracer or Genji? Venture is a hero who stomps on low-ranked players because all of their flaws come from the enemy simply not knowing how to deal with. Where have I heard this before? And that's right, Venture has the same problem as Sombra, where they get nerfed and changed when they don't need to because players refuse to learn how to play against them. Now, to be fair, hack is an annoying ability. That's why people hate Sombra. It's hack. Not anything else in her kit is actually annoying. And yes, that is to say, I don't think stealth is an annoying ability. What? I don't think it's annoying. How can you even say that? It's not annoying. But she just gets to move around freely and not be detected. Spy TF2. That is my answer to that statement. Okay, we've been getting a little off track. Let's get back to the games this week. In game, 4, maybe 5? I don't know why I still count. Anyways, funny things happened that don't really matter a whole lot. The next match, however, would show off one of Overwatch's greatest flaws, the scoreboard. In this match, I made many fight-winning plays. Get a cheeky support kill, pushing the enemy Bastion back, and what do I get? Flamed by my team because I don't have high damage. Let me put it into simple terms. If you kill an AFK target, that's one kill. If you take a brawl against the enemy tank and end up winning the fight despite all odds and winning the fight for your team, that's one kill. Same thing applies to damage. I am not shooting the tank all game, meaning I do not have high damage. I refuse to spend my time just mindlessly shooting the tank because I'm busy doing literally anything else. If I spend the entire game shooting an unkillable tank, I'm gonna have a lot of damage. Meanwhile, if I do anything of actual worth for the team, I won't have insane damage. But I'll be doing so much that no one sees. It really upsets me that 2 years into Overwatch 2, we still haven't reconsidered this damn screen. Why can't we put the PvE stuff here? We saw it during Kingmaker, why not just add it to the damn game? You get way more useful information, and bam, no more numbers that only start to ruin teams. Heck, we won the game after, with thanks to me, and I still couldn't avoid getting called out for numbers. Like, come on, I feel like I'm the only sane person in an insane asylum. I'm not crazy, everyone else is! Now we can talk about why Venture needs a buff when you look at their counterparts and why these numbers don't matter. But one thing is for sure, I am making mistakes. I definitely got in my own head somewhere and started to do worse recently. This is not the same player that got into Diamond. I'm doing something wrong, and I know it. And yet, will you let that deter you? Will you give up? Wait, we're still doing lore? Yes. Budget cuts simply hit. I am no longer allowed to stand. You don't stand anyways. But it makes me feel other things could be cut. Like the voice for the... Oh, yep, there they go. Quickly, before they cut anything more, answer my question! Right. No, I don't intend on giving up. Or stopping my pace. I gotta just keep going. I gotta push forward. You can send me to the bottom of a cliff, but I'll climb back up. I figure out what I'm doing wrong, and I'll climb back up. Good, now leave, before more budget cuts are made. They took my skin! Parasail would be a draw, where I felt like I have a good number of good plays, a small number of mistakes, and Venture's flaws would continue to rear their head. I really mean it. This character needs a buff. The fact that even some of the best Venture players will say, yeah, the best way to play them is to run in, get a kill, and die. Should prove the flaws in their design. Everything Venture can do, Tracer simply does better. The only real thing this hero has to stand on their own is their boost potential. But at that point, you're picking at straws. Is it useful to push the enemy tank out of position? Yes. But it takes so much to get there that once again, you'll probably just die. But next game, we get the game map! Yay! Woohoo! The Ana was AFK all game. Motherfucker! And don't worry, even though we were literally down a player, I still lost rank. Thank you, Overwatch ranking system. Very cool. The game after would have to be a win. Otherwise, I'd D-rank. And we couldn't end a video on me D-ranking, could we? No, of course not. Now, I still feel like I've truly hit a bump in the road. I don't feel like I'm doing worse, yet I obviously am. But maybe it's that consistency. Yes, I'm rusty. I just need to shake it off a bit. Get back into the groove of playing Venture. After that, can you re-obtain Diamond? Oh, you got your voice filter and skin back. I still can't stand on my feet, but hope that I will be able to within time. Do you think I can reach Diamond again? You did it once, did you not? I don't believe there's such thing as breaking down. I simply think you've hit a bump, but you'll get back up. I'm sure of it. Also, why the hell did you play 5v5? I'll be honest, I accidentally selected it in game 1 and just hoped no one would notice after that. Isn't Ventura a lot better in 6v6, with some of your points being negated by having that second tank help them commit to dives?